Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I am Eric, and today I'm talking about WWE NXT episodes 524 and 525, which were broadcast on September 4th and September 11th, 2019. So this is a really quick catch-up episode. I'm recording this mere hours, less than 2 hours before the live premiere of NXT on USA. I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna be watching live, and it's important to know that these first 2 weeks, only the first hour is on USA and the second hour is on the WWE network, and then starting October 2nd, after Suits has finished its final season, the show will be the full 2 hours on USA. As far as I know, nobody is broadcasting NXT live on television outside of the United States on the USA network. So everywhere else has to watch it on the network the next evening. So that's kind of a bummer, but I feel like they wanted to get this into place so quick that they will be working on that to get it on other networks around the world. So hopefully that all works out so that everybody who wants to watch NXT as it airs can watch it as it airs in a legitimate way. Okay. So just real quick, all of the notes for both of these episodes are on one tiny little sheet of hotel stationery. It's like a 2-inch by 3-inch piece of paper here. I just scribbled everything, and it got smaller and smaller. The main event of the second episode is just a little tiny corner of the sheet right there, and hopefully I can remember some important things that happened. Whereas this first match took up way too much space on the page. Looking back, I could have saved some more space for later on, but we opened up episode 524 with Breezango. They have Breezango versus Chase Parker and Matt Martell. They have a new entrance music, new entrance graphics, all that to go along with their new look, and it's all pretty awesome. So Breezango won this match via the fashion faux pas, and there's some good stuff. I enjoyed it. Then we had Kona Reeves versus Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream won. And then we see Roderick Strong is out in the back somewhere. Or he's like, I don't know where he was exactly. But there's fire around him. We're like, what's going on? And he was burning Velveteen Dream's sofa. That's just rude. You don't burn someone's furniture. Like, burn a piece of clothing or burn a stack of papers that they have, but to burn an actual piece of furniture, that I think that at that point, isn't that arson? What is the definition of arson exactly? What actually it could be just of any size. It might not even be the size of a fire. Arson definition: the criminal act of deliberately setting fire to property. Let's see. But what is okay, I'm going to findlaw.com. Arson is defined as the willful and malicious burning or charring of property. There are many types of arson crimes, including setting fire to one's property with fraudulent intent, like when someone burns their house to collect insurance money. While the majority of arson crimes involve damage to buildings, arson can also be committed by a person who sets fire to forest land or a boat. Arson statutes typically classify arson as a felony due to the potential to cause injuries or death. So it could be any property here. It says, in its most basic sense, a person commits arson when they knowingly, by means of a fire or explosive, damage any real or personal property of another without their consent, or damage any real or personal property with intent to defraud an insurer. There are many degrees of arson. So this wasn't a case of insurance fraud, of course, because it was of somebody else's property. But let's see. Many states recognize differing degrees of arson based on such factors as whether the building was occupied and whether insurance fraud was intended. Let's see. Let's go to it. I'm going deep into the laws of arson. Arson levels. Let's see. Arson levels. Okay. Now we're on legaldictionary.net. It's a very. This might be the majority of this episode. Okay. First degree arson, an act in which a person sets fire to an occupied home or building. So I think that's the worst. Right? Second degree arson, an act in which a person sets fire to an empty or abandoned structure. Third degree arson, an act in which a person sets fire to an abandoned area of space, such as a vacant lot or field. Let's see. But this is all like areas of stuff. What? Arson, burning an item. Let's see. An item. I know this is all very, very interesting. It is to me. Okay, I'm not finding it quick enough for it to be interesting for this episode, but I have to imagine that it would carry a heavier punishment than if you were just to burn like a, well, maybe not. If it's like it depends on the value of the item too, I suppose, and not the physical size of it. But burning a couch is much more likely to spread to other things and all that. So anyway, he's sent a message. He's coming for that North American Championship on the live episode that's airing in less than 2 hours from when I'm recording this right now. Then we had Taynara Conti versus Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair won that match, of course. Like, it would have been weird if she didn't. And then Jordan Myles versus Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. And as everyone expected, Adam Cole won this match, but it was a valiant effort by Jordan Myles. And then on the next week's episode, on episode 525, I think it is. How far along are we in the thing? 525. We open up with Damian Priest versus Boa. Damian Priest wins that match. Gargano comes out and is talking about he's not going anywhere. And Shane Thorne is like, no, you gotta leave or whatever. I forget what exactly any of them said. But Gargano kicks Shane in the face and he spells out NXT real big, like Bret Hart did with WCW. And then for life with his hand gestures. Pretty cool. A great gif for sure. Then we had Pete Dunne versus Angel Garza. Pete Dunne won that match. And we had Raul Mendoza versus what's his first name? Whatever Grimes. It's not Rick Grimes. It's Carlton. It's not Carl Grimes. Winchester. I know it's not Winchester, but I'm calling Winchester Grimes. It's hard to say. Grimes won that match. And then our main event of this episode is Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna won via disqualification when the Four Horse Ladies got involved. I'm gonna call them the Horse Ladies, and then the others the Horsewomen. No, that's dumb. The Shayna's pals. That's what I'll call them. So Shayna no, wait. I think did Rhea win via disqualification because they got involved, or Rhea went and grabbed a chair after they got involved? I forget exactly what happened. Like I said, it's in a space smaller than a postage stamp that I wrote the result for that match. I don't remember exactly what happens, but I'm really excited to see more of Rhea Ripley in NXT. On NXT Live, see what goes down there. I'm so excited for NXT Live. It's gonna be so much fun. So that is everything. On this first episode, we're gonna have the Fatal 4-Way to determine who Shayna Baszler's next challenger will be. That match is gonna be awesome. We're gonna have it's Candice LeRae. She got added to that match in one of these two episodes. Bianca Belair, I think, is in there. Mia Yim and Io Shirai. So that's going to be a hell of a match. I am super excited for it. And I could see Rhea Ripley getting involved in that. Like, thinking that, wanting to have been a part of it, that she could just go in there and mess everybody up and then, like, help. But she's a good guy right now. I don't know. And she was also on today's episode of NXT UK. I'm a few episodes behind on that. So I will have an episode talking about that real soon. I'll probably watch it during my long drive to San Antonio. So stay tuned for that in the next couple of days. But the other match that we have is Roderick Strong versus Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship. And I'm looking forward to that. And Roderick's got to win it this time. He's got to win it. Then we end the episode with them all with all of the gold, and that'd be really cool. But except that it's the weird 1 hour on USA, 1 hour on NXT. How will that? Where on the show will that happen? Will that be at the end of the first hour? Will it be at the very end of the show? How disappointing will it be to be able to tune in and then like, oh, the first hour is done. Now we have to go sign up for this other service to watch the rest of this episode. That could be pretty annoying. So I hope that these two huge matches are on the first hour and that we just get more awesome stuff after that. That's not championship titles changing hands or contenders being determined or anything like that. So I'm excited for it either way, whatever happens. I am really looking forward to it. But before then, I'm going to be recording real quick my thoughts on this week's Raw and SmackDown and 205 Live. Stay tuned for that. And then also last week's comics and this week's comics. I'm going to do them all together in one big episode. Just knock that out in one upload there. Since I didn't get around to it, but I did read a bunch more comics than I usually do. So I'll be talking about those in that episode. So stay tuned for all of that later today. And then I'm headed down to San Antonio for the big Texas Comic Con, or Great Big Texas Comic Con, great Texas Comic Con in San Antonio this weekend, Friday through Saturday, which is the 9th. What is today? 18th, 19th, 20th through 22nd. Hopefully it goes really well. I'm going to I might take some more stuff down there than just my stuff. Not stuff, more than just the stuff that I made. I might have some like Blu-rays and stuff like that, but stay tuned for all these episodes that I talked about. If you're near San Antonio, if you're in Austin or other places that are near there, you know better than I do. Head on out to that show. It's at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. Go to Big Texas or Great Texas or whatever the thing is called. Go to demonjackal.com. I have the links on there. And that's it. So thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you thought about these episodes by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you like to listen. And stay safe out there in all of the infinite multiverses so I can see you next time here on TIW Podcast. Bye.